Hey y'all. I just want to give y'all a little something that God had been showing me, and I just want to pass it along because we needs to be aware when Satan is operating. Okay? So y'all know that I have been talking about, well, the ones that have listened to my past messages, I have been talking about how God had been saying to be quiet. And when you're quiet, you're paying attention to what God is wanting to show you. And not only that, God is showing you what's him, and he's also showing you when Satan is present. Okay? All right. So, you ever listen to somebody and you can tell they are speaking out of their emotions, and they're just ranting and going, just ranting, and they might be, just going off. Like, you can just tell when someone is operating in their emotions. Well, the spirit, that evil spirit have gotten hold of them. Yes. Whether you want to believe it, yes. But God had told me to just sit back and pay attention, because when you have other people who reign, like they enjoy when someone is in some darkness, and they're, and they see somebody in their emotions, and the person just going off and just just ran, and you can just you can just feel the meanness coming out of it. But at the same time, you have people that's cheering it on. God said the reason why you see that is because that spirit that's in that person, it recognizes the spirit that's in whoever is cheering on that. So it's like, it's spirit stir. And that's what Satan likes. Satan likes confusion. Satan loves division. Satan loves bickering, bitterness. Don't you know Satan loves when you get upset and being angry and ranting and going off and all in your emotions. Ain't nobody enjoying this but Satan. So God had told me to sit back and pay attention of when people cheering people on, when they're when they're in a mindset like that, because guess what? A spirit has gotten hold to them. And he said the reason why people rejoice, he said, because that spirit that's in them recognize that evilness spirit that's in the other person. That's why I say that we have to learn how to be quiet and just learn how to read the room, because I'm telling you, God is exposing the darkness. And let me tell you something. You best to believe that when you got that light inside of you, don't you know that darkness recognize you? But not only that, don't you know the light recognize the darkness? And that's why God would just be telling me, just sit back and pay attention. And I even had to tell somebody else this back here the other week, like, I need you to sit back and pay attention. Because, like, that's a spirit. When you are happy and rejoicing, when someone is operating like that, man, that's a spirit that they got. Let me tell you something. You know, on Color Purple, when they were sitting at that dinner table, and Sophia told Celie, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And I'm going to tell you, don't let that spirit jump in you and have you acting out like that. Because ain't nobody rejoicing but Satan. It's not worth it. Ain't nobody rejoicing but Satan. And when you see other people rejoicing off of it, guess what? They got that same spirit operating in them. And it's like they get off on it. And that's what God was telling me, like, let me expose this to you. Let me show you. I just need you to sit back and pay attention. And that's what we have to do. You know how sometimes you be like, man, it's some evil people around here. That's that spirit that's within them. Love chaos. Love confusion. Love division. Love bickering. Just love anything that the devil offers. And I'm telling you right now, sit back and pay attention. Sit back and pay attention. When you feel like you about to head that way, and you feel like I'm ready to rah. Oh yeah, you going to have some people clapping for you. But let me tell you something. It sure ain't God. Because they already got that wickedness, that spirit in them. So of course they gonna be rejoicing. But you on the other hand, hey, you know, you supposed to be walking around here with the light in you. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it, because I'm telling you, ain't nobody celebrating but Satan. And you have allowed Satan to get the best of you. It ain't worth it. Like Sophia told Celie, it ain't even worth it. Because ain't nobody rejoicing but Satan. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that's what God had been telling me. And I've been telling y'all, like, it's time to sit down and be quiet. And pay attention to what God is showing you. And God is going to expose these evil spirits that's around us. Especially when you know God have you, that light is on the inside of you. And you probably was operating like that. But God removed that from you. And he protecting you from he protecting you from it. But don't allow it to pull you back in. Because I'm telling you, it ain't nothing but Satan. Satan get off on stuff like that. And when you see other people rejoicing in your anger, with you being bitter and angry, and you operating in your emotions, let me tell you something. They playing on the team with Satan. Because on that spirit on the inside of them, that excites them. That makes them happy. That feels good to their soul when you over here unhappy, angry, bitter, ranting, going off on people. Ain't nobody rejoicing but Satan. It ain't worth it. It ain't even worth it. Because ain't nothing about that God. That ain't nobody but Satan. And when you at that moment, it gonna feel good, because Satan gonna have his team right there cheering you on. I'm telling you, it is not worth it. Bye, y'all.